My name is Annick Magerholm Fet. I'm a professor in sustainability and environmental management. I'm the vice rector at NTNU in Ålesund. And Ålesund is a city located on the west coast of Norway. It is surrounded with fjords and mountains, and I love to climb the mountain peaks and also to sail in the fjords. Welcome to the introduction to the CAPSEM project. I will start with a presentation of a stepwise model on environmental management tools towards sustainability. Before I go into details on this model, I will draw your attention to some of the challenges the world is facing today. In 2015, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals were launched. In December the same year, the Paris Agreement on reduction of climate gas emissions came. In the CAPSEM project, we mainly focus on the environmental challenges, but at the end, we try to sum it up under the sustainability umbrella. Therefore, the name Capacity Building in Sustainability and Environmental Management. Inefficient use of resources is something that the UN International Resource Panel has focused on. Today, too many resources end up as waste in landfill all over the world. This picture shows a small step towards sustainability. Let us think about waste as lost resources. We need to go from linear thinking to cyclic thinking, where waste is seen as a resource. The focus on environmental strategies is not new. It has a long history in Europe. Back in the 60s, dilution was part of the strategies. Dilution is the solution to pollution was a term. Tall chimneys and long pipelines to deep water were the solutions. Filtration grew up as a big industry in the 70s, while reuse, recycling, and recovery came into focus in the 80s. This is typical end-of-pipe solution, and standards for prevention action came in the 90s. Around the millennium shift, globalization was focused, and the need for companies to see their position in a global system or network became important. Today, we talk about the green shift or the shift to a circular economy. Another illustration, when we follow the CAPSEM model, which I will soon introduce you to, is the change of focus from the site to the value chain. This illustrates a move towards life cycle thinking. These slides show a production site which involves many processes that can be improved by the methodologies at the level 1 in the CAPSEM model. That's on the left side. The right side illustrates a product value chain and thereby a move towards life cycle thinking, reflecting at the higher level in the CAPSEM model. In a way, this illustrates the same as the previous slide, a change from the site focus to the entire value chain. The diagram shows the processes from raw material extraction to pre-production to the main production facility and out to the consumer. We see material flows illustrated by the arrows ending up in the nature in the upper model. On the later models, the arrows turns into cycles, and the idea is to keep the cycles as narrow as possible. To achieve the holistic responsibility towards the green shift, we need more knowledge on how to work together in a larger system. That means increased focus on systems thinking. This will be addressed in the third and the fourth level of the stepwise model of tools and methods towards sustainability, and this will be explained in the next slide. In the CAPSEM project, Capacity Building in Sustainability and Environmental Management, we build upon a stepwise model to make sense of methods and approaches that can be used to guide sustainability transition. To simplify the approach, the model arranges sustainability and environmental management methods into a stepwise progression toward integrated sustainability at the system level. The model begins with methods to enact changes on the process level. That's level 1. And moves to level 2 for product and value chain-based methods. And level 3 for methods to be applied at the organizational level. And finally to level 4 for integrated system level improvements. Before I introduce each of the levels, a little about the CAPSEM project. The CAPSAM project is a multi-regional network for knowledge exchange and capacity building. The consortium is made up of 10 university partners, 3 in Europe, it's in Norway, the Netherlands and Portugal, 3 in Uganda, 2 in India and 2 in Nepal. In addition, industry partners in each country support the collaborative development of methods and approaches for practical application in our varying contexts. You will meet partners from the project throughout this video lecture series. CAPSAM focuses on both curriculum development and partner universities and training for companies and stakeholders in project regions. By addressing sustainability through the lens of national and local needs, the project supports the development of curriculum and activities that turn students into a new responsible workforce for sustainable growth. Now, back to the model. On the level 1, we look into process change improvements. And here we can use different methodologies like input-output analysis, material flow analysis, and cleaner production methodologies. I will show you one example here on the input-output model, where we look into the different materials that goes into a process and then what kind of outputs it is from the same process. On the next level, level 2, we look into the product change and the value chain improvements. And again, there is a series of different methodologies to be used. For example, life cycle assessment, supply chain management, carbon footprints of products, environmental product declarations, and design for environment. All these can be used to improve the value chain and the product. And again, an example of the life cycle of a product. We have the different steps here from raw material extraction, manufacturing, transportation, installation, use, maintenance, and disposal. And here again, there are different alternatives for the recycling of the materials. On level 3, we look into organizational change improvements. And we find the methodologies like environmental management systems, environmental performance evaluation, key performance indicators, global reporting systems, supply chain management, and sustainable business models. And an environmental management system, it consists of different steps. We start with an environmental policy, and then we go through the steps of plan, do, check, act, to come into higher performance of the organization. On the level 4, we look into the larger systems and how system change improvements can be made. And again, we have methodologies like industrial ecology, corporate social responsibility, and systems engineering. And systems engineering is to be used when we look into the interaction of different systems and how we can make a holistic improvement of the larger system. So, this was a short introduction to the CAPSAM model, and to get the change, we can make it by doing it step by step. And you will learn more about this in the videos that follows.